What is this Subway?
So what's your take?
Androids are the
Oh, I've seen this one. This one's actually
best
pretty
phone.
good.
100% disagree.
Androids are the best phone. They have the best battery life. It's all this like idea. Goes back
I
to
love
Karl
her.
Marx.
I love her so much. Actually, I love her. I know that like she's saying stuff about iPhone users. I've always been an iPhone user. I make fun of Android users all the time. But like, I don't know why. She's just sick. She's so fucking cool. Yeah, she said Karl Marx. Yeah, she said Karl Marx would have had an Android. She's right.
Yeah, goes back to Karl Marx actually of conspicuous consumption.
Wait, who's that?
How do you live in Brooklyn? And it's like the elitism of having an iPhone.
What is
It's like-
conspicuous consumption?
It's like consuming so that other people can see you consume stuff. You don't buy the iPhone because it's the best product. It's actually not. It goes to shit. Like, that's been proven too. You buy the iPhone to shame Android users. But I'm a free-thinking woman. I don't give a shit what anyone has to say.
I don't even agree with that. Like, I don't think you buy the fucking iPhone to shame Android users. That's kind of wild. But I love her. I don't know why. Her vibes are so good. Her vibes are so
Say
great.
about me. You many times I'll meet a guy from Tinder, we go off app, and we're chatting, this and that. As soon as I text him, oh, green text, and block me.
No.
Don't do that.
He blocked?
Or not blocked, but ghosted.
For the green text?
For the green text.
That is...
For the green text.
That's discrimination.
That's discrimination.
That's discrimination.
oppression.
Which Android do you have?
Admittedly, I have an old one, an Android 10, where they're on 22 right now. I know, I'm broke, I'm doing bad. But, honestly, I'm killing the game, too. I got my on lock, I got my popping. With an Android 10, first of all, that's bad status.
So you're never going to be team iPhone ever in your life?
No,
That's
and
bad
you know
bitch
what?
status.
Let me tell you something. When the guillotines roll out, iPhone users will go first.
Chill. Yeah, she's wrong. The best phone is the Freedom Phone, brother. Why is it like, what has happened in the world where like everybody is just like straight up fucking, where did they buy these like little microphones? In all of my life, I've never seen these little microphones, man. I've never seen them. Where did they find these little microphones? Like, what's happening? They're just like running around. The lav mic, yeah, it's a lapel mic, but like what? You just got like a lapel mic that you connect to your phone because they're filming from their phone, right? Are you kidding? No, I'm not kidding. I don't even understand it. God, there's so much I don't understand about the way the world works now.
Have you ever tried to argue with a man who claims he's being logical, but all of his logic is usually...
Logic and emotions are not coincided at all. In fact, if you were to look at logic in its purest form, there would be absolutely no empathy and no emotion.
Except for the fact...
Yeah! Why are these? What is happening, dude? This is a 5-minute TikTok. We're skipping it. This guy's good though. Like Yuval the Terrible. He's got some good videos.
French zoologist Auguste Dumrier.
Why are all my TikToks 5 minutes? Bro, these are all 5 minutes.
Having the best educated students in the world.
Contrary to popular belief, Africa is not poor. You don't go to a poor continent to make money. Africa is in fact the richest continent on the globe. Why haven't African leaders tried to make use of their resources? You might ask.
Shortest TikTok video on my algo is actually a good video. It's basically, I mean, it's like a Parenti lecture reduced to a TikTok. Dude, you have your TikTok and YouTube swapped around. What's going on? Yeah, it's a leftist TikTok. It's actually good though.
Might ask. They did, and every time they met the same fate: death. Some under mysterious circumstances, like.
This is what Hank Green was talking about when he was like, "Oh my God, I saw a conspiracy theory on my TikTok main page, and it was like not a conspiracy theory at all. It's just this video. It's just all factually accurate."
Magufuli and MKO Abiola, who coincidentally both had a heart attack moments after plans to industrialize Tanzania and Nigeria's gold and oil reserves. U.S. Ambassador Susan Rice served MKO a cup of tea, which many people believe was the cause of his death. Other leaders have been killed directly by the orders of multinational corporations, like Ken Saro-Wiwa being hung by Shell. Or how about the first democratically elected leader of the Congo, Lumumba, being executed in a coup propped by Belgium and CIA on the orders of Union Minnery. Congo is in fact the richest country on the planet. yet has the number 2 poorest citizens. After they dismembered Lumumba's body, the CIA plant dictator Mobutu took control of Congo for 30 years. Similar cases can be found across the entire continent of Africa and the entire global south. Latin America and Africa are still under hostage from these corporations. They have killed.
My favorite type of take is whenever people go, mental health check, how are you today? Not good. Didn't you post on Twitter? I remember seeing this, and I don't follow any other leftist motherfuckers. I don't know if I posted this on. I don't think I posted this on Twitter. This went viral. It's you and Jesse.
Is Islam?
Oh yeah,
religion?
I saw this already.
Yes.
It is.
It's one of the 3 Abrahamic religions, as far as I know.
And is it a religion of peace?
Yes.
Well, why do they chop off people's head and hold women back and throw homosexuals from the rooftops? And they want to take over other countries. And they
Wait,
can say you
hold
can
on.
lie. They can say you can lie to the
Can we just
Christians.
pause for a brief moment?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about your personal black experience and use that as empirical evidence, as fact. But when I try to tell you about Muslims, you're like, nope, that doesn't work that way. I have my own perspective. If you have actual evidence to back up your claims, then we could have a conversation. Maybe I could describe where you are confused.
How about Allahu Akbar?
This means God is great.
Right, when they're about to kill you, blow you up, or chop off your head, or make sure women don't drive, or cut off their private parts. And
how about
in the
this?
name of Allahu Akbar. I rest my case.
Christianity has far more bodies.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true.
No.
Okay, well then answer me this question then. When George W. Bush said, God told me to invade Iraq and Afghanistan, why do we not consider that a Christian genocide, the war in Iraq and Afghanistan?
Because that was just one person, but Christianity is for
just
all.
one person.
I mean, but
what about a lot of the military members who
I bet you would not go back to your country and say, I'm no longer a Muslim. They'll kill you.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
You have no idea about
Yes,
Turkey,
they
do
would.
you, sir? No,
Well,
Turkey.
you wouldn't go to the Muslim and tell them that.
Turkey currently has a. Well, first of all, Turkey's a secular democratic republic.
Well, you may can go to Turkey, but you wouldn't go to a Muslim country.
Turkey is a Muslim country. It's
you wouldn't say
98%
that.
Muslim.
You would not say that I'm no longer Muslim.
I say it all the time.
Not to them.
Yes, I do.
Amazing.
There are plenty of atheists or there are plenty of agnostic Turkish people, and there are plenty of progressive Muslims who don't subscribe to a lot of the things that you're mentioning. As a matter of fact, the overwhelming majority of Muslims are not a part of the monolith, the picture that you're trying to paint all of Islam as.
Who is that senile old fuck? It's Jesse Lee Peterson, who's out of his fucking mind. Turkey's a secular country. Just a second later, Turkey is a Muslim country. Turkey is a secular country. It just doesn't have state religion. Just because the vast majority of Muslims doesn't mean it's not secular. Man, it's so... Dude, Jesse is... I mean, he's out of control. You know what I mean? Wait, what the fuck?
Do you believe that black people are victims?
It depends on the individual
What do
and
you
the
believe?
circumstances.
You believe some blacks are victims?
I mean, everyone has the capacity to be a victim of
How
the
about
system. I think
black
all
people?
people are victims of the
How
system
about
that
black
we live
people?
under. Black people would be encompassed under all. There's
How
exploitation
about black
happening
people?
at every level.
How about blacks?
I already said that. They're
Do
under
you
all
believe
people, right?
black people are victims?
I think that black people, just like white people, are all victims of the same system that we live under.
Do
Yes.
you believe that black people are victims?
Do you not understand? I'm saying yes. I'm answering your question. It's not like I got your question.
So do you believe
as
that?
long as I elaborate.
Do you believe that black people are victims?
I already answered your question.
I didn't hear it. Can you give me an answer?
I said black people, just like all Americans,
I didn't
or
ask
all,
about
all
all.
people.
I didn't ask about all. I only asked about one group.
Why is the framing so narrow?
Because
Why
I
can't we
wanna
have
know
an
what you
interesting
think about black
conversation
people.
about it rather than a yes and no?
So do you believe that black people are victims?
I already told you what I believe.
Well, I didn't ask you about all, though. I only asked about
I
one
said
group.
just like all people,
I didn't
black
ask
people
about
are,
just like all. Do you believe that black people are victims?
of what?
Period.
Of what?
Period. Anything. Do you believe
What
they're
do you mean
victims
anything?
at all?
They have the capability to be victims. Yes.
Are they victims?
But of what? You
You're
have
not
to
gonna answer
describe.
that, right?
No.
Are
I
you-
can. I just need you to further elaborate.
Do you believe that black people are victims?
Bro, just answer your question like 6 times. What's your favorite color? Yes or no? I don't like Hasan, but oh my God, this other guy. There's so many people. This interviewer makes Hasan look smart. There are so many people that like don't realize that this is the same me. Like I've been doing this still. It's just that like you have literally like you feel like this is new and different because you've never actually watched me. You've only fucking watched like other people talk about me. Bro made Hasan sufferable. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you. You can just keep that. Thank you, Mom. For reasons like that, I hate watching debates. And just like that, Hasan quitting debating people. Jesse Lee Peterson is closer to like a chatter that I dunk on in my chat than most other people that I've debated. I never thought I would like Hasan. So many Reddit After Dark posts videos of me all the time, and the entire chat is just literally like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" It seems like Hasan is, what? He's making Hasan seem cool. What is this about? Like, oh, I like this Hasan. Bring this Hasan back, and it's like, bro, what do you mean?
And why? I wouldn't consider myself poor. I definitely make enough money.
Have you ever been poor?
Yes.
And how did you manage to overcome?
I worked very hard.
I like this. By the way, this was in 2019 before Hasan found success on Twitch. So don't be like, wow, he doesn't consider himself poor when he's a millionaire. Yeah, it's like, I know that this is like super old, but it doesn't matter. This is not even from 2019. I think it's from like 2018.
And if black people work hard, will they manage to overcome too?
Absolutely. However, getting out of poverty, no. Getting out of poverty is one thing, and not everyone has those same means. There's an element of probability that we never factor into these conversations. For example, I worked very hard, but would I ever say that I worked as hard as, let's say, a teacher in Oklahoma does? Probably not. A lot of teachers in Oklahoma have to take, for example, 2 jobs just to be able to feed their children.
What's wrong with
that? Would you say that they're not working hard enough? Is that why they're not being able to escape poverty? Or would you say that it's because the wages that we are giving teachers?
Yeah, there's three types of different people that don't like me on the internet. And you are correct. If someone doesn't like you, I've found that they've either been bamboozled and have watched a clip chimp video, or they are genuinely an awful person. And there are a lot of people who have been bamboozled, oftentimes by the genuinely awful people who are like very maliciously and very purposely and very deliberately crafting a narrative about how much of a hypocrite I am.
Is not enough. They're not living wages.
Because I was saying that the teacher is not managing his or her life right. They're not in control of their own lives. They're wasting. Define poverty.
Cruel, don't you think?
What do you mean?
That analysis is like a little cruel to think that poor people are. It's not necessarily that you're telling the truth, but you're saying that if you're poor, or even if you're working extremely hard, even if you're working twice as hard as any wealthy person, for example, that just kind of inherited their wealth from their parents, that they're just not working hard enough.
What about they're not managing their lives?
What about Wyatt Koch? Are you familiar with Wyatt?
Or they heard your take on China and Russia? I think I have pretty agreeable takes on both China and Russia, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like, people always talk about my Russia takes, and it's literally like insane. The way that like I talk about Russia versus the way that people think about I talk about Russia are two entirely. They live in not only different zip codes, they live in different planets. Okay, they live in different like galaxies. Okay, like motherfuckers are like, oh, Hasan loves Russia, thinks it's super sick that they invaded Ukraine, wants like Ukraine to be Russian territory, thinks every Ukrainian should be murdered. Meanwhile, like I've never said any of those fucking things. It's just craziness. Mom, okay. Okay, Mom, you're teaching her. Okay. Kaya, come here. Does this go bad? Best before 9/10/2023. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Are you hungry? One of my best friends thought you were a hypocrite and a greedy fuck till he found out that you shared a house with your family. So I agree with that. People love to put you in a bad light. Yeah. I used to frequent a very right-wing forum and they would post about you nonstop. Like the second you post something new on IG, they'd repost it there. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who are like definitely very, very, very unhinged.
Wyatt Koch?
No.
Wyatt Koch is the son of the third Koch brother. Are you familiar with the Kochs, though, right? Charles David. I don't know if they fund this operation at all or not, but
I know who they are.
So they're billionaires. They inherited a massive amount of money from their father, and they inherited the business on top of that. And they were able to take, I believe, like $500 million and turn it into this gigantic corporation. Wyatt Koch is their nephew. He didn't do anything, but he is inheriting billions and billions of dollars, and he has all of the ability in the world to, he has all of the access to education and all of the opportunity in the world to fail as many times as he wants, over and over again. Whereas the average American family does not even have $400. Does not even have $400 in emergency cash.
Are you poor?
And why?
A friend of mine despises you because of a clip he saw of you. For the life of him, he can't find the clip in question. Just knows he doesn't like you. Yeah, because no one is like serious about political consumption. A lot of people's political consumption starts and ends at people that they like, people whose vibes that they like, and people whose vibes they don't like. And if someone whose vibes they like, if a content creator that they enjoy consuming the content of is telling you that like I'm bad, they're just gonna also feel like that. That's pretty much it. But yeah, Reddit After Dark doing fucking the Lord's work over here, posting clips of me all the fucking time. And they usually bang too. Happy for it though. Well, yeah, that's how it usually works. And now I signed out of Austin. Good job, Carl. I didn't know anything about you till January 6th, but saw how so many people despise you for reasons that were so petty. Yeah, it's usually what it is. The first clip I ever saw of you was asking a girl how old she was and her saying she was 17. I think she was a fan of you and you were just stunned she watched you. But it was titled Hasan Getting Away With It Again. And I didn't get the joke. So for like a month, I thought you were a PDF. I'm sorry. That girl was not 17. She's not a fan of mine. I know her. Okay. She's like 25. It's just like people see clip chimps and run with it, dude. That's Hasanabi Productions, by the way. That's from a live stream. She was joking. That clip went super viral too, which was crazy. But I didn't even do anything in that clip that was like weird anyway. I literally like said, "Oh God," and I walked away. You know what I mean? As a joke. Like I went along with her bit. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 5.9 million views.
It literally does. Club interview? Oh my God, it literally does.
It really does, though.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
How old are you?
16? I'm just kidding.
Okay, bye.
I'm just kidding.
Bye.
Joke stop. Big ups for him immediately walking away, even if it was a joke. That should always be your reaction. I have unindoctrinated so many of my friends from not liking it, but just showing them actual good clips. Yeah. What are those comments, dude? 2.2 million views on TikTok.
Wait, how old are you?
Oh yeah, this is Hasanabi Productions' fucking TikTok account. I really need to get back to posting on TikTok. Austinox hasn't been fucking posting shit on there. I might. That was Sav, right? Yeah, that's Sav. She was literally on like a Netflix show, actually, I think. My brother's reason for not liking you is literally his Twitter is cringe. We gotta start posting. We gotta start posting on TikTok again. On my TikTok, Austinox is too busy working with other content creators. I love that for him. I'm happy for him. We'll see. I might start working with someone that you guys have seen the memes of, as a matter of fact. Someone that lost his job recently who keeps asking me for fucking $5,000 over and over again. And I was like, you know what, bitch? Instead of giving you $5,000 for no reason, I'll give you even more than that for good reason. My friends don't like you because they think you have frat bro vibes. Yeah, I do. Some people know who it is. Yeah. A person who is who might be under investigation, or at least was under investigation by the American government for a little bit, due to some classified intelligence leaking in his Discord server. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Tucker on stream? You think Tucker would be under... You think Tucker Carlson would be under investigation by federal authorities? What are you, crazy, dude? What is this?
Want to stop Xi Jinping from invading Taiwan? Put a gun in every Taiwanese household. Have them defend themselves. Let's see what Xi Jinping does then.
Oh, Jesus. Damn, Squeak's going hard. It's cool that, like, at least I like that he just stopped, doing this and instead started streaming on Twitch. Do you guys want to know one of my favorite random channels is Laowai 2023, Laowai in China. So fucking chill. Vibes are always good. He's always making shit in the village. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Wait. I feel like he's lost some weight recently. What the hell's going on? It's always videos like this, dude. Look.
干啥去了，二叔？
巧了，正要上你家去呢。
真是领着大放屁，凑巧了嘛！我也正要去你家呢。
我寻思给你送点好玩啊，这是海鲜。
二叔，那得老贵了吧？多破费呀！
客气啥呀？都自己家人。
Bro.
这可是正经海鲜呢，还得是我二手。
I don't even know what kind of seafood that is. I also don't know why they're raw bagging it. Is that like a thing? Is that how it works in China? You just fucking toss the meat and the thing in the bag like that?
养着我。对了，二叔，我也给你带了点海鲜。
这咱爷俩不想在一起了吗？这也是正经海鲜，我还挺得意这口。
海鲜这玩意儿得及时吃，我得赶紧回家了。
吃完再来取。家里还有呢，
你那个毛线也得赶紧吃，放时间长了就不鲜粒了。先走了啊。
I love this song. What is that? What is this thing? He said it's seafood, but like, what is that? Is it seaweed? Oh, that's what it is? Okay. Bro, he just makes the fattest fucking meals for himself and then sits there and just ASMR eats it. It's awesome.
哎呦，太鲜粒了！他一说正好就是吃海带的时候。
Oh, it's kelp.
也不能光吃海鲜呢，整点金头巴脑，整点散。
What？
捞的去腥。
Yeah, look at the cooking apparatus that he's got going. That's how you know shit's about to bang. When the cooking apparatus got like a little thing that you put like wood, like a pile of wood underneath. That's how you
Maybe I
know
could
the
join
food's
you.
about to fucking bang, dude. Oh God, that looks so good. Oh God. Oh my God.
一点都不能浪费。
Throw some taters in there. Go to China and stream with them? Bro, how am I gonna find what fucking village he's in, bro? Shit looks desolate. Let's be real. I'm trying to go to the tier 1 cities, okay? I'm trying to go to fucking
老长
Shenzhen.
时间没吃金头巴脑了。
He don't follow me. I can't DM him. Yeah, he just fucking eats it all. Oh, God.
海鲜和肉都吃爽了。吃饭没呢？来家里吃饭呢？
Have you eaten yet? Come home to eat? What is this? Bro, I've been watching Jake and Water in China. Shanghai looks cool as fuck. He was walking through the parks and there were old people just dancing and singing. Yeah, bro, that's propaganda. Okay, just like in North Korea. In China, everyone's eating rats. Okay, the people eat the rats and then the rats eat the people. Okay, but they know that Jake and Bake Live, he's a very famous streamer. Okay, in China, very famous, #1. Everybody knows him. So the Chinese government, they send out old people to dance around. Okay? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm making a joke about fucking Yeonmi Parks. Unironically, people say that shit, Lamau. Yeah, of course they do. You can literally say anything. You can say anything about a country that America is in opposition to. You can say anything about a foreign adversary of the United States of America, and Americans will believe it.
咋回事呢？一口不吃啊？哎，你还挺挑食啊，辣椒你都不得意啊？挑食还不听话，不能
Is
再
it
留。
dead?
哎，
It seems
条啊
alive.
马上给你起锅烧油。
No, it's not dead. It's alive, bro.
给你们舀米或
The
者就不
fuck?
用爬了。
He just gave him a concussion. Oh! Yo, that shit's crazy when they cut that crab in half. Oh God,
这还是去年秋天的。
I just remembered when they fucking go through the electric saw. You guys have seen that? Have you seen that video of the crab that they just like put through the fucking zzz electric saw? It's so fucked up. This is cultural appropriation? What? Why? This guy's the perfect northeastern Chinese accent. It's like the Texas accent of China.
天的南瓜呢，一点都没烂。这南瓜老面糊了，留点籽儿，开春接着种。
I also found out that pumpkin seeds are actually very good for deworming dogs. It's like a natural remedy for it, at least. Do you know this? Do we know this guy's story? No, I have no fucking clue what this guy is doing. Maybe he watched too many ads at the top of the hour and then realized like, oh, there's no ads in China. So he just moved to China so he could avoid the ads, not realizing that all he needed to do was subscribe for $5 or for free to avoid the ads at the top of the hour. You know what I mean? Because there is a 3-minute ad break coming right now, but you can avoid them. You can avoid those 3-minute ads at the top of the motherfucking hour as long as you subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub if you're lucky, right? Laowai, Foreigner, and Mandarin, by the way. Yeah, I know that. I knew that. Crabbing prep videos are like cartel videos for crabs. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? I can't even show that. It just feels so gross. It is. It is like cartel videos. That's such a funny fucking take, dude. Double Scuff, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. No, I can't show the crab video. I just, it just like makes me feel gross. Greener under Chengdu's second ring road. The city of Chengdu in China started growing green ivy plants along the streets since 2013 with the aim of decreasing the pollution in the area. It's fake. I don't believe it. It's fake because this is a ghost city. That's right. It's a classic Chinese ghost city. No one lives there. That's why everybody knows plants growing on infrastructure implies that no one lives there. I mean, after all, you've seen, all of those zombie movies, right? Yeah, it's fake CCP propaganda. Just some Oxford Brookes students on their way to lectures. So many barber coats. Every single one's a Tory. Every single one's a Tory. What?
I was like racking my brain on how someone like this can even exist. And then I found out she's from Manitoba.
What? I don't even know what that... What? Why am I in Canada talk? Like, how is that happening? The UK is bad for your mental health?
And live in the UK, here's my advice. Get the fuck out of this country. Everyone's saying this on social media now, and there's a reason for that. This country is fucked. And I genuinely can't express how frustrating it is to see my homeland every year go more and more down the shitter. But the reality is, this country...
It's because the Polish are coming. No, I'm just kidding. He's not saying that.
Country is inherently flawed in so many ways, politically, economically, and culturally. And it wouldn't be a proper video about Britain if I didn't mention how fucking shit the weather is. We've all started to notice that the weather's getting better, and let's be honest, Britain is great in the summer. But the problem is, this then distracts us from the problems that we have. And
oh my God, I said the same thing. Bro, England, when the weather is good in England, it's like it sneakily makes you think for a brief moment that like, oh shit, things could be so much better. It's actually kind of nice here. Okay? But it's never good. It's a mistake. Don't believe it.
And it happens every year. We go through this constant cycle of, it's so great in the summer, and then winter comes around again, and it's fucking shit. And the summer doesn't change the fact that this country has a huge problem with stagnating wages, a huge problem with inequality, and a huge problem with the cost of living, all of which we've had for years on end and aren't going to get better anytime soon. Not helped by the fact that for the past 15 years, our country has consistently voted in a political party that stand for inequality and the preservation of elites. The lifestyle here just isn't good for your mental health. The majority of Brits hate their job, so we spend most of our time doing something we hate and then blow out on the weekend with a load of booze, because our culture apparently is only centred on booze. Oh, and by the way, that booze, like almost everything in the UK, is taxed excessively, except from if you're a major corporation, because obviously they deserve to pay less tax. And there'll be no revolution when the Labour Party eventually get elected, which brings us to the flaw that nobody wants to talk about, our class system. Our society is still inherently caught up on a class system which we inherited from the fucking Normans. A prime example of which we'll see in a month's time when King Charles gets his coronation and half the country go out to kiss his ass.
So British are like Japanese salarymen. Everyone's like a Japanese salaryman. In America, we don't have the same culture of drinking, but in the United States of America, we have the culture of consumption, where you just go to Applebee's and eat jalapeno poppers. Maybe it's not like you get a fucking marg, like a tall glass of marg. But yeah, we also have opioids and meth. That's another one too. We do have a lot of opioids. That's kind of a lot worse when you think about it. And guns. A lot of guns, which is not great. Man, America is so shit. We got crack too. Don't forget crack. That's true. We have crack as well. Hard not to feel shitty about the future of this country and the future in general. I don't know.
Even though the royal family are just a bunch of rich cunts who've held power for centuries on end, despite doing nothing to earn that. But apparently that's just how it should be. That's just society. Fuck off. So here's my advice. If you are in a fortunate enough position to be able to fund yourself and you don't have the responsibilities to look after people, piss off abroad. There's plenty of better countries out there. And yeah, sure, there are global economic problems at the moment and not every culture is perfect. But the thing is, Britain is particularly fucked at the moment, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. You get one shot at life. When you're on your deathbed, are you really going to look back and...
I mean, it's depressing, sure. Dude, what? Dude, my fucking TikTok For You page is like kind of ass cheeks, too.
When it was banned, they used the story of children eating chips of lead paint as a
I like this guy, Chem Thug. He's dope.
We always hear that Cuba is a big, scary dictatorship. But take a second to ask yourself what you actually truly know about their governmental system.
That's what I'm talking about. This is my shit. Let's go. Finally. Oh, that looks so good.
Straight vertical cuts on one side, flip, and make diagonal cuts.
Yo, that looks so good. Woo!
Let's call this dish by its proper name, soy cucumber.
These 30 seconds, it's perfect. What the fuck is this? Are these tomatoes that the Italians colonized or what? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that tweet where someone was like, Italians colonized tomatoes and like wouldn't put any seasoning on it? And it's like, what? I love when people left post so hard that they just say insane things like Italians colonized. Don't say they did kind of. No, Hasan, of course I didn't see that tweet. My brain is not as fucked as yours is. Bro. God, we're so cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. It's not happening. We're cooked. Anytime someone, it's almost like a rule at this point. Anytime somebody says something that's like purposely unhinged, they might not even personally believe it, okay? There's going to be motherfuckers that go, yeah, it's kind of true, though. Do you think tomatoes are native to Italy? Do you think that colonization is what happens when you take seeds and grow them? Like, don't you think that that's like a wild fucking take? That's colonization? Growing fucking plants, dude? Yeah, these guys are... Wow, it's really fucked up how these guys were grooming plants, dude. Botany? I call that I call that grooming.
I've mentioned before that you should never.
AI just killed Google search forever. OpenAI just released ChatGPT plugins and it's making the impossible possible. Here are 3 plugins that will supercharge your productivity.
Whoa!
Ambition. This plugin will sort through millions of job openings online and pick the ones that best fit your desired job description. Wolfram Alpha. Enhance ChatGPT by giving it access to powerful computation, accurate math, and real-time data. Prompt Perfect. Not sure how to get ChatGPT to tell you what you are looking for? This plugin crafts the perfect prompt to help you get the answers you need. Hit that plus button for more AI. AI just killed Google's.
Drawing skulls is fun, but I've relied on erasers to make my drawings perfect. Please don't do that. If you want to draw skulls and build your drawing confidence, I'll show you how. Let's use a simple ballpoint pen, and the trick is to work from light to dark. Try not to apply pressure to the pen. Start by drawing 2 square shapes and add a triangle in the middle. Add curves for the cheekbones and candy corn-shaped teeth. Remember, without erasing, the drawing doesn't have to be perfect. Next, draw the contour of the jawbone and add the top of the skull. Now lightly shade vertical lines on the side of the skull, eye sockets, inner
sick.
jaw, and the bottom teeth. Continue to add light layers in the direction of the skull's form, like the curve.
Somewhere in this unassuming neighborhood, one can sit down for an excellent meal. But you won't find this place on Yelp, and unfortunately, I cannot tell you where it is exactly. Why not, you ask? It's not exactly a restaurant, you see, which means it's not, strictly speaking, legal.
What is this place? Pupusa house? I call it the pupusa house. I mean, like a pupusaria, I guess you could say.
It's a cultural thing. Traditionally, they serve out of their houses. And it's just something that people bring over and they come. So this is about as traditional as it gets right here.
It's just like home.
Yep.
This is what's called a pupusa house, literally a house. This one serving home-cooked Salvadoran meals. Once the living room, now the main dining area. The woman running it, we can't show her face, but she's been here for 10 years, serving a mostly
This seems
Salvadoran
fire.
clientele looking for a taste of home.
That's tamales.
First up, a staple done a little differently than the norm. Tamales wrapped in banana leaf and steamed.
That's delicious.
Next, the dish of the house, pupusas. Tortillas stuffed with ground pork or chicharron.
You can get pupusas in Nicaragua, in Guatemala, but for some reason, Salvadorian pupusas get the most respect. General consensus seems to be they're the best.
Oh.
How come? I would agree.
George Azar is our Detroit fixer. He's been coming here with his friend Joe for years.
This is what makes it right here. Boom. Is this. Curtido. Curtido.
Curtido, it's just a pickled slaw.
Salsa. Then I'll do this, but I don't know if you're up to this one. What are you saying? I don't know if you can hang, man. Is it a manly thing? I mean, it's turning into it, seems like.
Mexican spicy, Salvadorian not spicy.
That's true, though. They don't like it. They don't do it that spicy. Wow. Chicharron? Maybe? Yeah, there's some porky goodness in there for sure.
Chicharron is fried pork and then it's ground with peppers, onion, and tomato. Simple.
Taking the liberty of ordering some indigenous Detroit beverages that we've egregiously overlooked so far. That would be Burners, which I haven't had. It's like a cross between ginger beer and ginger ale. It's like not as spicy as ginger beer and not as sweet as ginger ale. It's like in the middle. It's my favorite beverage in the city. Yes, I needed this to enhance my street cred in Detroit so that I will be welcome back.
Then pollo asado and shrimp and garlic butter. That's shrimp head on, thank you very much.
But it's okay.
This is where it's at. God lives in there.
Butter, garlic, simple, delicious.
It's the low-fat butter. It's the good butter.
That's good. Yeah, that's love. It's like a big hug.
Somewhere in this unassuming neighborhood.
Everybody knows you can eat dandelions, but not everybody knows how to make them taste good. I'll show you the tried.
I'm not
The
eating
comments
it.
on our non-stick buying guide were completely flooded with questions about how to move from non-stick.
This is the last couple of weeks of the Russian.
No
Black
shot.
and Asian, which makes me a person. Just let me be a person. Just let me be a regular.
Something to know is that the Persians don't skip the dip, and this one might be my new favorite.
This is Mirza Qasemi.
This was actually my first time ever having Mirza Qasemi, and while I do believe...
Bro, every TikTok chef, when you see this patterned fucking cutting board, you know the TikTok chef is about to do some extra chefing. Okay? Every single fucking TikTok chef has that like multi-pattern, like the fucking square pattern cutting board. What is it? Booze block enjoyer. That's what it is. I don't know what it is, but when I see it, I'm like Pavlovian. I have a Pavlovian response towards it where I'm just like, oh, dude, shit's about to bang. Like I know that it's about to bang. because it is always banged whenever it's like this. It's because it's stronger at the end of the wood. Called a butcher's block.
I believe everything happens exactly as it should at the perfect time. It's tough not to be upset that I haven't had it sooner. It starts with charring off some eggplant to develop this amazing smoky flavor, then roasting it in the oven with some tomato and garlic until everything is nice and soft. You'll need to be a little patient with this because once it's done roasting, you gotta wait until it's cool enough to handle. We're gonna take all that skin off the eggplant, tomato, and garlic. Kind of annoying, but immerse yourself in the experience and convince yourself that you're having fun. Now we get to go to town on those roasted veggies, so chop the living crap out of them until you start to feel bad. There's a lot of water in that mixture, so we want to cook it down in some
Ron DeSantis.
Okay, let him have it. Let him have it. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, what a cutie patootie. What the fuck? What is this? That's cute as fuck. What is this? The Sanja Matsuri is taking place in Tokyo's Asakusa area this weekend. This festival is infamous as a place where one can see Yakuza openly participating in a festival and flaunting their elaborate tattoos. Yo, Japan is such a strange place, dog. It's such a strange fucking place, dude. Not to do like Pog Japan. I know it's boring that I do it all the fucking time, but like Osoksa? Okay. Osoksa. Isn't this Japan's biker gang equivalent? No. This is like organized crime, dude. It's so organized they have like a nod from the government to operate as well. Really interesting. Also, I don't just go organized crime Japan POG. I say POG to organized crime everywhere. Let's be real. I am, after all, pro-crime. So at least on that front, I am very consistent. I just don't like it. Dude, this guy, look at this fucking dude. You know that guy is the fucking enforcer. Every, it's the archetypical, like Asian gang where there's the fattest guy is always the strongest guy. Every gang has to have one. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's the heavy. He's the enforcer. Fat equals strong? Yeah, it does. They each look like boss fights. At first, I thought Yakuza the game was fake as fuck. That like you had all these like old dudes, you know, beating the shit out of you, and they were like kind of in decent shape. And I realized, no, actually, it's kind of reflective of the real life Yakuza, where like these dudes are old as fuck, but they're like actually in pretty good shape. They could probably beat your fucking ass. Did you watch Sanctuary on Netflix? Yes, I did. The fattest guy is usually the strongest guy, period. That's why weight classes exist.
Here's a simple but hugely important Slavoj Žižek quote that I'm going to try to explain in under 3 minutes.
No.
Oh, hey, Rocket Daddy. Can't wait for you to take a...
No.
Just when I was chilling and enjoying my little fame from...
No. No, but see, they did the block. They got the block again. Bro, look at that. Multicolored block, dude. You know she's about to pop, but I don't know.
The rise in conversation surrounding gun control here in the...
The meek shall inherit the earth. And I thought, there's something wrong with that.
Bro, when I see Stitch incoming, and I can't be alone in this, I immediately fucking click away. It's just, I mean, this is 1 minute long. Let's see, maybe.
That line, it just doesn't make sense to me. Meek just doesn't seem to me to be a moral virtue. Meek is not a good translation.
All right, let's see it.
What it means is this. Those who have swords and know how to use them, but keep them sheathed, will inherit the world. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
So this is pure and utter nonsense. The Greek word in question here is praeis, which in Koine Greek has reference to someone who treats other people with gentleness, with kindness, with meekness, because they are not overly impressed with their own sense of self-importance. And so it is intended as a contrast to and the antithesis of the person who treats other people dismissively and condescendingly and belligerently because they are impressed with their own sense of self-importance. So there's no sense inherent in the word's actual usage of a degree of constraint or contextual control in this treatment of other people.
Grow food from your groceries. If you leave...
No.
What have we got, gamers? Did you know? The developers of LA Noire were once working on a spiritual successor set in China called the... Oh, wow. I don't think I can say that. No wonder this game was cancelled. How is this ever approved? You know, they really could have learned a thing or two from the Southern Strategy, which was developed in the late...
Wait, what was it called? What was the name of it? Core of the Orient? What? Oh my God, that's... First of all, that game would have been fucking fire. It would have been sick. I love these bait vids. Yeah, me too. That game would have been fucking sick. Except, you know, this name is insane. Orient. Yeah, they should just call it that. Why didn't they just like change the fucking title and then continue with it?
1960s, as a response to overt racial appeals in politics, no longer being as effective due to changes in public opinion spurred by the civil rights movement, instead shifting towards coded language that allowed politicians to still play on racial sentiments while maintaining a broader appeal, as well as plausible deniability. Just listen to what former Republican Chairman Lee Atwater had to say about it.
You start out in 1954 by saying by 1968, you can't say that hurts or backfires, so you say stuff like force busing, states' rights, and all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now, you're talking about cutting taxes, and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things, and the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than whites.
Well, that wasn't very nice. But hey, it's not like he advised anyone important, right? Oh no, important people! Gosh, I can't even begin to fathom the ramifications such a strategy has had on
you. Left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
Whoops, sorry Cole. Anyways, would you like to see another LA Noire? Let me know in the comments below. What have we got, gamers? Did you know? The developers of...
What do you think of this so-called hashtag Me Too movement?
We went to the Ritz for high tea to celebrate the king's coronation. Yes, no, they literally won't.
This is a Galton board. Maybe you've seen one before. It's a popular demonstration of how even when a single event is chaotic and random, with an effectively unknowable outcome, it's still possible to make precise statements about a large number of events, namely how the relative proportions for many different outcomes are distributed. More specifically, the Galton board illustrates one of the most prominent distributions in all of probability, known as the normal distribution, more colloquially known as a bell curve, and also called a Gaussian distribution. I just want to emphasize how the normal distribution is, as the name suggests, very common. It shows up in a lot of seemingly unrelated content.
Let me see. I mean, this seems...
Have you guys ever heard of the theory on how people who only speak English have a less developed brain?
Yeah, what a surprise. The social media influencer doesn't understand anything about linguistics, but I want to also use this as a way of showing how this line of thinking can actually lead to some very dangerous ideas.
English is not a fucking easy language to learn, okay? I don't know why anyone's saying that. Let me explain something to you, okay? Geek ass algo, yeah, I know my algo is so fucking ass, dude. It's so whack. Yes, it is. I learned it easily. No, it's not. It's not an easy. It's actually a super difficult language to learn, unless you fucking learn it early on. No, it's not, Lamau. I mean, there are more difficult languages to learn, but English, especially because it's not read as it's like the sounds are different for like things that are written the exact same fucking way, makes it pretty fucking hard. You have to learn every single word individually. I mean, you're talking to someone who is ESL, so I don't know why you're like explaining that to me. It's not phonetic. Thank you, T-Rex. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Arkansas. Explain that shit to me. Explain Arkansas to me. Motherfucker, go ahead. You can't. You can't do that. Arkansas? Why is it Arkansas? Kansas is Kansas. So why is it when you put an AR in front of Kansas is Arkansas? Not an English word. I know, but you're reading it in English, and it doesn't matter. There. Bomb, tomb, comb. Knife, no, salmon, night. Read, 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 read. Thought, though, through, thrown. Shut the fuck up. That's just not easy.
Dane described his breakfast here as maybe the best breakfast. This is Fonda Margarita in Mexico City. We got here at 6 a.m. and as soon as you step inside, it smells absolutely amazing. There's salsas on every table and cazuelas lining the walls. We started with fresh orange juice and the dish that made them famous, huevos con frijoles. When Bourdain was here, he said, there's beans and eggs, and then there's beans and eggs, and that's the perfect way to describe this dish. It's deceptively simple but so flavorful, and when wrapped in a corn tortilla, it's a really craveable dish. We also got huevo rancheros with green salsa and short rib that were delicious too. And don't skip the churros. It's definitely worth
the fucking churros. Oh my god.
I was just arrested for holding a sign saying money for the poor, not.
This is my other type of favorite video where they just like make
You
shit.
have two cows. In socialism, the government takes one of your cows and gives it to your neighbor. In communism, the government takes your cows and gives you milk. In capitalism, you sell one cow and buy a bull. Now you can breed it with your cows and make more, expand, until your neighbor starts breeding cows too. Now to compete.
Okay.
Forget sliders. These kofta wraps, harissa paste, white sauce, and sumac onions will be your new favorite appetizer.
Oh.
Give me that over, bro.
500 years ago, a rare fruit appeared, and when you eat it, it tastes like an apricot, an apple, and a peach. Pastry chef Jose is known for making the best pastries in Portugal, so I asked him what this fruit is and what you should do with it. The story begins 500 years ago, when Portuguese explorer George Alvarez discovered the first trading route in China. He brought the emperor...
Bro, he colonized this fucking fruit? God damn it, dude. What haven't they colonized? Cracky McWestside, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Americans think English is easy. Try looking at the map of the UK and say some of the town names. I mean, that's like half Norwegian shit anyway.
Rosebush as a gift. But the Emperor of China took the gift as an insult because the bush was full of thorns and didn't have any flowers yet. So, in return, he sent the King of Portugal a tree that made bitter tasting fruit. But when the Chinese Emperor planted his bush, it bloomed with beautiful roses. And when the King of Portugal planted his tree, something strange happened. Portugal gets 300 days of sunshine every year, which made the tree produce a new, delicious kind of fruit that's called a loquat. Loquats are too fragile for most grocery stores to sell, so where can you find them for free? Let's head south of Lisbon, across the Golden Gate Bridge. Look familiar? That's because the same bridge company also built the one in California. And along the coast through wild olive trees and cork trees to the sleepy town of Setúbal by the sea. There were so many loquat trees growing wild that I could pick them from the car. And here I met pastry chef Jose, who's been making a special sheep's cheese pastry for the last 48 years. I learned the best thing to do with this fruit is to get some fresh lemons, a few canning jars, some sugar, and a basket. Pick about 20 pounds of fruit and choose some orange ones which taste sweet like an apricot peach hybrid, and some yellow ones which are more tart like a green apple. Remove the seeds, cook on the stove for a few hours, fill the jars while they're hot, and then flip them upside down to create a vacuum seal that preserves your jam. They're now good for at least a year, and your jam pairs perfectly with savory foods like steak, charcuterie, blue cheese, and bread. When you visit some
Okay. That looks fire. That shit looks gas. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Fuck.
23. Look for trees.
Oh. Shanghai street food style wontons and peanut butter and chili oil. Okay, stop. I have a loquat tree, L nerd. Come to Portugal. Portugal, caralho.
Okay, hold up. If you were like, oh my god, what black magic just happened? Stay with me. You can do this in 3 seconds. Thumbs flip, index fingers flip. Thumbs meet. Perfect every single time.
Your TikTok is either 5-minute political videos or just food.
Che Guevara. Not many people know a lot about him. Explain.
Not anymore, they don't.
No?
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
We're gonna need some maps. Behold, the great state of Alaska. Juneau, Anchorage, and Fairbanks contain half the population, but up here on page 163 is a little town called Nuiqsut. This indigenous town relies on 2 major food sources, caribou and fishing, which, for full transparency, does include whaling, but it's in this very subsistence traditional way, and it's frankly more respectful for everybody involved, including the animal, than our industrial agriculture system. So we're moving on. This area has been scoped by petroleum companies since 1923. And ConocoPhillips is pushing a project there called the Willow Project. People talk about the wells there having minimal impact on wildlife, but a project isn't just wells. It's roads, facilities, giant trucks that pound the ground looking for oil called thumper trucks. This one belongs to Conoco. Not the most fun to be around as a caribou. And that's not even mentioning the massive gas leak Conoco had last year that got the whole town sick, which ironically came from a well. But let's say we don't care about that. People can heal, and there's another food source for the town anyway. Except Willow is going to lead to more projects. Pause this and read it. Because more projects lead to more boats, and more boats leads to more spills. Oh, in fairness, Conoco does have a pretty good record when it comes to boat spills, but they have tried to cover up oceanic rig spills before. This happened in China. Quote, greatly affected the livelihoods of local fishermen, and that concerns me because if an oil spill were to happen here, it would kill sea creatures that eat a specific kind of algae. And there's a lot of that algae, it blooms, and that makes these things called toxic red tides. That would kill the town's other food source. And the chemical used to clean up an oil spill makes it more abundant, especially in areas closer to shore. On top of that, Prorocentrum texanum specifically can cause diarrheic shellfish poisoning in humans. And on top of that, Willow won't bring any oil to market for 10 years. It'll have no effect on current gas prices. Will cause emissions equivalent to 76 coal-fired power plants, though. And the warming Arctic has already brought another kind of toxic algae to northern waters. Alexandrium cantonella produces saxitoxin, a neurotoxin that paralyzes the nervous system in wildlife and humans. Cannot be removed by cooking.
Okay, it's not fun. My bad.
Most popular question I get asked a lot being a fisherman. Look at them teeth first.
Oh!
Clean an alligator garfish. A lot of people
That's not a fish, bro. That's a dino. God damn. You hear that accent, you know shit's about to go crazy. Louisiana motherfuckers are the most ethnic white people you could get, okay?
Because, well, they catch them. Don't know how to clean them. So we're going to start on a little 45 pounder right now. First thing you want to use, this is going to be your starting point right here. You're going to pick that fin up, and I generally use a machete. Back up so I don't hit you. And you start cutting that top off. You're going to cut them all the way up to the head like that. That's going to take me a minute, so I'll probably pause the video and continue when I get to the second stage. Tell me when.
Oh, I already did.
All right. And that's all the way to the head. That's trash. Now you got your access. You're at the top of the guard. I went a little zigzag. Usually want to see this tendon. Went a little deep right there, but he'll be all right. One way or the other. You're done with the machete. We can throw that over there. You're gonna take a
bro, cut it and then threw it on the ground. What the fuck?
fillet knife. You're gonna cut in between the hide and the meat. You're gonna go all the way down to the tail and all the way up to the head like that. You don't have to cut them as close as I am, because most of that's gonna have to be cut off anyway. But you go all the way down. If it ends, we can always make a part two. So, I'm concentrating. You could talk, boy, if you want.
Bro, he is breathing heavy, man. My man.
I want to talk about something scary.
Male gametes.
What is he going to talk about?
About something scary. The past. A lot of people put their hope on dictatorships like Russia and China because they're annoyed by
Male gametes. That's what makes me male.
I struggled for a very long time to wrap my head around trans issues. When I was struggling, I sounded a lot like Mr. Walsh.
First, you hit him with the solidarity about the right to bear arms.
Seizing carbon steel and cast iron is some eldritch bioplastic dark.
We strongly advise that you leave these waters immediately. You're in a whale sanctuary. We are going to treat you no differently than illegal poachers. We are not here to protest. We are here to enforce international conservation law.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
We strongly advise
Wait,
that you
no,
leave these
they
waters.
didn't. They did not. You can't sink ships like that. Wait, what? Your TikTok feed could cure an entire generation's phone addiction. I know, my TikTok feed is so ass. Maybe this is why I don't spend any time on fucking TikTok. No, they didn't. They did not fucking sink a whaler
Not
ship.
to get all Charlie Day talking about Pepe.
Oh, God.
Have you ever wondered how they make that highly addictive?
Sure. But don't you mean tonight?
What? Is this guy making Mugler? This is pretty fire. He said Mugler. How do you say it?
Sure.
This is sick as fuck. It's called Marvelous Designer. Mugle. This shit is actually fire. This is the first time I've liked the TikTok.
Is this what the future of headphones looks like? Which is actually a funny question because this particular product came out in 2016. So the story goes, DJ headphone company III reached out to me in the DMs and said, hey, can we send you some headphones? And they sent it to me and I opened it up.
So, what's your take?
Audio
Cette recette de
perverts.
crème brûlée au citron confit avec un petit goût de limoncello, elle est juste dingue.
What
Pour commencer,
the
je vais couper un
fuck?
citron en deux et j'enlève la pulpe à l'intérieur
Oh,
avec une petite cuillère.
sacre bleu!
Ensuite, je mets
Yo, oui, oui, oui. What the fuck is this?
Je les mélange. Une fois que ça c'est bon,
Le
verse
crème
du
brûlée
verre,
en
de
limoncello?
la crème, un petit peu de sucre et le zeste d'un citron. Moi, je conseille de mettre
Oh,
un petit
oui,
peu
oui.
de sucre
Oh,
à l'intérieur, ça fait vraiment la différence. Ensuite, une fois que tout ça c'est bien chaud, là je le verse sur mes jaunes d'œufs, le tout bien mélangé. Donc là, on a l'appareil à crème brûlée qu'on va verser dans nos citrons. Maintenant, il manque juste la petite touche confit.
Okay, my
Ça,
For
je
You
vais
page is
faire
on
un
the
chapeau de
on the
citron,
come
ça
up.
fait des zestes et je l'éponge pendant 30 secondes dans une eau bouillante. Juste après, bien
Oh,
refroidi. je le
boulangerie.
passe, puis découpé en petites jus.
Orangerie.
Dans une poêle avec du sucre et de l'eau et on laisse cuire tout ça tranquillement à feu doux jusqu'à que ça ait bien réduit et que j'ai les petits zestes de citron confit. Donc ça, je les mets à l'intérieur de mes crèmes brûlées. Ça part en cuisson au four dans un four vraiment pas chaud avec un petit peu d'eau en dessous, ça c'est mon conseil, 120 degrés pendant 1 heure. Dès qu'il y a un aspect un peu flambi, c'est que c'est cuit. Moi j'aime bien les mettre au frais.
Oh, look at that jiggle. Oh, come on now. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Yeah.
Pendant 1 heure. Dès qu'il y a un aspect un peu
Look at la jiggle. Oh, sacre bleu. Oui, oui. Oh, it's so fucking good.
J'aime bien les mettre au frais juste avant de les déguster, un peu de sucre par-dessus, bien sûr un petit coup de chalumeau et bon appétit. Cette recette.
Bon appétit.
Problem are those darn minorities. Not the ones who arrive in boats, but the ones who arrive in limousines. The elite minority.
Crazy bars I've heard, part 141.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that I keep my C's up in to keep me fruitful. Go up wearing platinum FUBU on the southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails, that hoe will shoot you. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my niggas married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all the smoke, these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broke and barely eat, I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stuff. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make
pretty good.
is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label here be trying to sway me if you pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership with drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real nigga speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot, feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way, Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you dog hoes. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow. Then put semen all up in my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like an art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird. Let me fly away, Nelly Furtado. Bye.
Crazy bars I've heard, part 141.
Yeah, first off, my
I ironically listen to Destruction by the same artist is even more fire. I have no idea who this guy is, but it's pretty good.
I be in the cut like snip, snip. If you hear the gun go click, click, then you're dead. My plan is to have about 6 kids. Get my girl thick as biscuits from Little Mrs. Dead.
Wow. Dude, it happened. I'm listening to live music. What the fuck? I mean, real music. People said that it would never happen, and they were wrong, honestly. People thought that it would never happen. They call me Hasantony Fantano. Internet's busy as... Call me Hasantony Fantano. Internet's busy as music nerd, dude. I give this song a very nice. The internet's lazy as music nerd. Everyone made that same joke about how
there's this famous study that you...
Why is this guy constantly throwing tomatoes in the fucking thing? I don't like this.
Bruh, did you just say...
If you ever see a comment like this on any video, but especially on one of yours, you should be concerned.
I'm a virgin. Oh shit. Did you
Yeah, see, this is what I want to see. I want to see like the fun shit. Bro, look. The shit that Ethan is reacting to, like, that's what I actually want to react to. Why is that shit not on my fucking For You page? My For You page is full of motherfucking nerds, dude. My algorithm is literally all nerds. That is not fun shit. What the hell? Shut the fuck up, Weeby. Your idea of fun shit is Bill motherfucking Maher, okay? That's the problem. Like, your idea of fun shit is Bill Maher. I want to see, like, unhinged ass, like, dumbasses on fucking alpha male podcasts, like, slinging the stupidest takes you've ever fucking heard. I want to see what radicalizes the children, okay? Because plenty of stuff out there is radicalizing the Zoomers, the kids. I don't get to see it, though. I don't get to see it because my TikTok is all nerdy ass shit. It sucks. Well, TikTok on desktop is like even worse than normal TikTok on mobile. At least my mobile TikTok For You page is actually like fun. There's like more fun. And by that, I mean more food.
If he wants a sandwich, you make daddy a sandwich. Most of the time.
No. Let me ask you this. Well, okay, let me ask you this. If me and you out and somebody say something slick to you,
you punch him in the face.
You want me to smack him in his mouth, right?
That's right.
So if I take you on a date and I say, look, baby, we gonna go Dutch.
No.
Exactly. If we walking up to the car and I don't open your car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think
so you make daddy a sandwich.
I think if he wants a sandwich,
you make daddy a sandwich.
What the fuck?
I have 4.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, but okay, no, I don't want this. What is this?
That one's for the librarian. Maybe I could join you. That one's for the librarian. Get ready to learn Japanese, buddy. Maybe I could join you.
Let's go back to the fucking For You page. Let's go back to my For You page from the top.
The Brazilian meatpacking conglomerate JBS bribed government officials to sell rotten meat. JBS, which owns 25% of the Brazilian...
When we make char siu or Chinese barbecue pork, we like to eat rice and use leftovers in our fried rice or stir fries. To start, mash a cube of red fermented bean curd and add shaoxing, sugar, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, garlic powder, 5 spice, and red food coloring or red yeast rice. We recommend using pork shoulder or boneless country ribs cut into 1 to 2 inch slices or strips. Place them in a bag with your marinade and massage it to loosen the shoulder. Then marinate for at least 8 hours or overnight.
Do you guys ever eat like whatever fucking dog shit food you're eating and then watch videos of people eating like much nicer food and then fantasize that you're eating that food? Because like right now I'm eating a fucking mid-ass sweet green salad right now and I'm imagining that I'm eating whatever the fuck is on my screen.
Now place the marinated pork on a rack to roast and reserve your marinade. On the side, combine honey and water to eat with the pork when it's done. After the first roast, flip and brush on the marinade and add a little water in the pan to prevent a lot of burning. Then roast and repeat once again. So how do you like to eat your char siu? When we make char siu or Chinese barbecue...
This technology will 1000% lead to the mark of the beast.
All right, let's see it.
I put a microchip in my arm and it's the best thing ever. This chip is a powerhouse. It's got everything I need. A credit card, my ID, my medical info, and even my keys. And when it's time for groceries, you just tap your wrist and bam! Transaction done. It's like magic. This amazing chip is totally free. That's right, no more digging into your pockets. And the best part, the surgery is quick.
Yes, in Australia, they're willing to microchip you for free. Today it's free, tomorrow it's forced. Revelation 13 says no one will be able
What? Yo! That's what I want. Not this guy responding to it, but like the motherfucker who's like saying Revelation 13:17 says the mark of the beast is coming. Like what the fuck?
to buy or sell at all unless they have the mark in their hand or in their head. And this is the exact type of technology and type of world system
Oh,
this
fuck.
technology will...
Wait, why can't I full screen this?
Where are you from?
I'm a Chinese.
You're Chinese? Okay. You look like scared, like...
What do you want to do? Because maybe the next words is to scare me, maybe. Because I meet many men in this app. No, I'm a Chinese, then he, you know?
你的意思就是这里有好多奇怪的人，对吧？
对，尤其是那种，我今天碰到了3个这样的 teenager。
The Games Fool. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. The Games Fool. That's a cool name.
When we say it is 8:30, what is it? When we say it is hot, what is it?
We're talking about dummy pronouns. This is going to be fun. We tend to think of pronouns as taking the place of nouns because they usually do.
I feel like everyone on TikTok is just like a specialist, but weird. You know what I mean?
Okay, I promise.
Question says, I don't understand fast fashion. Like, how does H&M sell a shirt for $12? Oh, you want to sell a shirt for $12, huh? You sure about that? You even know what that means? I can school you to the game, but don't get soft on me. This shit is hardcore. Some people are going to get hurt. That's all right. We're going to make some money. First thing first, we're going to need $1 million. This is big corporation shit. This ain't no...
Hey fuckheads, y'all ready for another garrulous diatribe from your favorite pile of dicks? Here we go. The world is a dumpster fire.
大家好，我是乐侃。前一天，马拉恶鬼生存没有来，再洗个热水澡。
Have I told you that according to FBI statistics,
No!
4 times as many people die every year from knives or cutting instruments?
You know, just taking a shot in the dark.
TikTok really wants me to watch this other guy. TikTok, if you look at my TikTok, my algorithm is just this guy and this guy. Why? Why?
맛있게 생기지 않았니?
Here's what I gotta say. You want Feinstein to be in the Senate? Great, okay? You fucking advocate that in public? You have to let her drive you to fucking Congress every morning. You stupid fuck.
I love
Do
that
it.
deal.
You think she has the mental faculties? Drive the car to Congress, okay? Let her drive you to fucking Congress.
She probably can't even dress herself. Let's be real.
No, she's done. She's over. It's literally a shell, okay?
Oh, wait.
People that you would not trust to man a fucking vehicle that you're inside of for understandable reasons are still trustworthy somehow to man the fucking country. And it goes to show you, like, it's true. Like, they don't really care who is in that seat. It's just an ass in a seat, okay? And the irony is, there are plenty of fucking old-ass senators who should retire but won't. But ultimately, at least they can sit on that seat and vote. Dianne Feinstein can't even fucking do that when there is a slim majority in the Senate. Here's what I gotta say. You want Feinstein to be in the Senate? Great, okay? You fucking advocate that in public? You have to let her drive you to fucking...
I like that drop.
Okay, let's talk about the most hated and loved woman in modern science, Alexandra Elbekyan, better known as the creator of Sci-Hub, an online resource that allows you to access research papers for free, who is currently in hiding in Russia. Has been fined $15 million from Elsevier, a scientific journal, for online piracy. Now you might be thinking, okay, why are we celebrating a pirate? Well, first off, you have to understand that the scientific...
That's so fucked. I did not know that. God, this... Dude, America sucks so much dick and ass and balls and just shit in general. You didn't know this? No, piracy is awesome, okay? That lady is awesome.
Community appreciates Alexandra a lot. Some researchers have even directly acknowledged her in their citations. Even Nature included her in their top list of people who mattered in science. So you might be asking yourself, why are researchers celebrating someone who is facilitating the piracy of their content? Well, it's first off because researchers don't get paid per view. They send their work to a journal. The journal approves it and then pays them an upfront fee. But from then on, they don't really get paid per view. Okay, well, the journals need money to survive, right? Well, yeah, obviously they do. But the average scientific journal is more profitable than Apple. They do not need to be pricing knowledge as highly as they are, especially when that knowledge is almost always freely available to academics. All paywalls do are restrict knowledge to the common person like you and I. I would not know half the stuff that I do were it not for Sci-Hub and being able to read studies without an edu email. You might be thinking, okay, well, I can't even read research papers anyways. And I assure you that this is absolutely not true. Yes, you're not going to be able to interpret results immediately, and there will be a lot of jargon and lingo that you won't understand. However, for the vast majority of research, especially medical research that pertains to people like you and I, it is all very approachable and much higher quality than sources like WebMD. For example, let's say you recently got diagnosed with ADHD and were prescribed a stimulant.